Hello, this is Kinky, doing Let's Play Master Blaster Part 4. We've just beaten the boss for Area 2. Just kind of as a quick let you know, the weapon we got is called the Crusher. The weapon we got in the first one was Hyper. And, we will show you what it does in a second. Meanwhile, let's go back to, the room with the red lava thing all over the place that looked all reddish and whatnot. We got the roly-poly bosses too. Anyway, back to a discussion on video game culture. I'm like I said before, I'm kind of one of those graphics can be kind of in the back burner. I mean, the game's gotta run good and be alright, but I mean, there's a lot of games out there that it just seems like other than okay, it's a movie, it's more. I mean, it doesn't really do much. Just one playthrough only, and you're done, sort of thing. Like Final Fantasy X, for example, Final Fantasy X. I tried that game once. I mean, it's alright cinematics wise. The combat was kind of typical Final Fantasy and everything, but it didn't really appeal to me too much. I don't know if it's me or not, but I mean, it was a nice attempt at it, and it does give a good attempt at, trying to give like a spiritual journey or sort of thing. And then you have the Metal Gear type games with Kojima. Him, on the other hand, I can't really say much, because on like the first Metal Gear, they really didn't give much, so he had a lot of playroom to experiment with and develop plot and whatnot. I know that the MSX version is probably a little bit more detailed than the NES version of Metal Gear, so maybe that's where he gets his references and whatnot from, and that's how he expands upon his world. So, I mean, at least his attempts at creating a good story or a worthwhile adventure. Sometimes it's a little bit out there and a little too much, but at least it shows that he's putting a lot of effort into it compared to a lot of these new Shining Force games and Legend of Mana games. I really lost base with those. They just kind of went way too copy-paste mode on that, which was really disappointing for me. I mean, Dawn of Mana was a good platformer for me, but just seemed lacking in a lot of critical things. Anyway, I'm running around lost for a little bit. If you don't mind me just commenting and babbling on. Like I said, kind of leave in the comments about what you think, what you kind of value in games. I mean, compared to the newer styles and the older styles. I mean, like take World of Warcraft. I mean, that was okay, and then it kind of got stale quick. Everybody rags on World of Warcraft just because everybody has been there, done that. With even the new game, it's always, oh, they're using the Warcraft system or whatnot. It kind of, I mean, that kind of gives you a bad stigma in a lot of respects for that sort of thing. Another thing I'd like to see though in future games, if I was a game company, a game developer, is I would like to see more war MMO style, not necessarily first-person shooter style, but more of a strategy style. Best example of this would be Fantasy Earth Zero or Battleground Europe, World War II Online. Either of those, where, I mean, the graphics aren't the best, but they give players a lot of options in terms of, you know, where you want to go, how you want to work as a team. It's not, oh, we know this particular map, so we're going to camp this particular location, and we're going to wait for new blah blah to show up at blah blah location. Like if you played most first-person shooter MMOs, you know exactly what I'm talking about there. But I mean, just stick to basic war simulations of actual, supply lines and player details and whatnot. Anyway, here we are in World 3. I do not like this world at all. This is one of the bigger hub worlds as well, but it's the one I hate the least. Everything here wants to get at you. Anyway, here's how the multi-shot works. So I'll switch to it. The little purple thing is they'll shoot like a little pink form of those things that act a little faster and hurt a little bit more. So that's why you want to get them out before they drop. Anyway, if like I said, please leave comments about, what you feel about kind of compared to the old school games versus the newer school games. Like a lot of the older ones made up for their crappy graphics and whatnot for quality or, challenge. And a lot of the newer ones, it seems like they've kind of either made it too easy or they've made it too repetitive gameplay. What I kind of mean by that is take Dynasty Warriors, for example. Now that was a good attempt, it was a good build-up on like stuff like Street Fighter and Soul Calibur and whatnot, I suppose. But at the same time, there's only so much you can do with that. And I know there's Dynasty Warriors 5 and 6 and whatnot, and they'll probably keep going on it until they absolutely can't anymore. But it feels like they just churned it out. Another one is movie-based tie-in games. If you've ever watched Angry Video Game Nerd, you know exactly what I'm talking about there. It's like they just quickly want the rights and F ya. Did I mention how much I hate this world? Everything here, it runs and gets you. Those little blobby things, if they run off screen and you go to where they were, they'll run at you instead of running away, unlike other mobs. So you can get yourself decked. And this is going to be the end of part 4. Skiki signing out. Thank you.